Valley Club, yesterday we found out that the Spider Society is the next skill raid team coming to Marvel Strike Force, and today we got the full kits revealed for you. Peter B. Parker, SpiderMan Paviter, and Penny Parker, and the reworks of Ghost Spider and Spider Noir all revealed for you in this video. And if you want to see how good this team is, how good they're going to be outside the raids, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I'm ValleyFlyin, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready to theory craft the next skill raid team coming to Marvel Strike Force, the Spider Society, featuring the new members
Peter B. Parker,
Penny Parker,
Professor Parker.
Also, what has changed to the kits for Spider Noir and Ghost Spider? Before we get to all that, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Usually there's more. We have reveal videos like this. We have question and answer videos, news videos, everything I hope you're experiencing Marvel Strike Force. But without further ado, let's go right onto the test server and take a look at the new members of the team. Peter B. Parker, Penny Parker, and SpiderMan Paviter. Let's start off with this guy, Peter B. Parker. He is a Hero City Bio-Skill Support. Spider-Verse and Spider Society. His speed is a slow 108, but he's going to get some of that back in just a little bit. And his unique, you saw it right there. It is this stuff. It is that experimental formula. A lot of the other spiders take this. Example, Scarlet Spider, Gwenom, a few other spiders take this as well. And moving on to the kit of Peter B. Parker, what the T4 is going to add to the basic, 30% more damage to the primary target. It's going to apply regeneration to the 2 most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies or self, and then it's going to apply evade to the 2 most injured Spider Society allies or self. And then in total, what the basic is going to do, it's going to attack the primary target 300% damage, offense down for 2 turns, applying regeneration to the 2 most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies or self, and it's going to apply evade to the 2 most injured Spider Society allies or self. The ISO 8 counterattack is going to do pretty much the same thing, except attacking the primary target 225% damage plus 17% piercing. The special, the T4 is going to add 40% damage to the primary and secondary targets, and it's going to call the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the least speed bar to attack the most injured enemy. It's going to be a 3-turn cooldown, as you can see, and in totality, what the special is going to do, attack the primary and adjacent targets for 360% damage. You're going to clear all positive effects and applying offense down for 2 turns. You're going to clear heal block from self and all Spider Society allies. You're going to apply regeneration to self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies. You're going to heal the most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies for 30% of this character's max health, applying 1 offense up to the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the highest damage, and call the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the least speed bar to attack the most injured enemy. And I like that they're calling out not just Spider Society, but also Spider-Verse allies, Hero Spider-Verse allies, so that you can do some theory crafting. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do that with the raids, but I think this is going to help this character and this team outside of the raids, that there's not just call it the Spider Society, but also Hero Spider-Verse. Moving on to the ultimate, the T4 is going to add 40% more damage to the primary and secondary targets. It's also going to apply disrupted for 2 turns, applying immunity to self and all Spider Society allies. It is going to be a 6-turn cooldown. You do start with 3 ability energy, and in totality, what the move is going to do, attacking primary and adjacent targets, 440% damage and applying disrupted for 2 turns and offense down for 2 turns. It's also going to clear all negative effects from self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies. You're going to apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all Hero Spider-Verse allies. You're also going to apply immunity to self and all Spider Society allies. You're also going to apply regeneration 1 turn and another regeneration for 2 turns and another regeneration for 3 turns to the most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies, and applying 3 counters to the Hero Spider-Verse ally with the highest damage. Heal self and all allies for 25% of this character's max health. And in the raids, you're also going to heal self and all Spider Society allies for additional 25% of this character's max health. My goodness, that is a long ultimate. And if that ultimate wasn't long enough, we got another long passive here. It's a good one, and it doesn't just affect just the Spider Society, also affects the Hero Spider-Verse allies, and not just in the raids. The T4 is going to add on spawn in the raids, applying 1 safeguard to self and all Spider Society allies. If this character has 3 or more Spider Society allies, this character and Spider Society allies cannot gain defense down. And what the move is going to do in totality on spawn, you're going to add 2 death proof, 2 defense up, 2 deflect, 2 regeneration to self and all hero Spider-Verse allies. In the rage, you're going to apply that safeguard to self and all Spider Society allies. On turn, you're going to prolong the duration of all positive effects by 1 to the most injured hero Spider-Verse allies. You're going to apply assists now to the highest damage hero Spider-Verse ally. When this character or any hero Spider-Verse ally is attacked, where you're going to heal the most injured hero Spider-Verse ally for 20% of this character's max health. If that attack character had vulnerable, you're going to clear vulnerable from that character and all Spider Society allies. You're going to gain 10% assist chance per and plus 10% assist chance per Spider Society ally. You're going to gain 50% max health. Spider Society allies are also going to gain that 50% max health. You're going to gain 50% resistance. So are the Spider Society allies. And in the raids, you're going to gain additional 100% resistance for self and all Spider Society allies. All right, moving on to the kit of Penny Parker. You see she has the Hero City Skill Tech Protector, Spider-Verse and Spider Society tags. We look at her speed, very, very slow again, 106 for the speed. And if we look at her unique, as we see, it is that Chromium. Same thing that Big Time takes, Quicksilver, Archangel, a few other characters take as well. I think just Zombie Iron Man as well. Let's go take a look at her kit and what her T4 is going to add to the basic. 100% more damage to the primary target, and you're going to clear all positive effects on the primary target. In totality, the basic is going to do 360% damage to the primary target, and you're going to clear all positive effects with the T4 there. This character has barrier. You're going to gain an extra 50% damage for this character. You're going to gain 1 deflect for each hero Spider-Verse ally to a maximum of 5. Plus, you're going to gain a deflect up to a maximum of 5 to all hero Spider-Verse allies. Then you're going to generate ability energy for self and all Spider Society allies. That is a great case for Striker. I like ability energy. Moving on to the special, the T4 is going to add 80% damage on all attacks and is going to apply stun to the primary target. It's going to be a 4-turn cooldown, and in totality, you're going to attack the primary target for 220% damage. You're going to apply slow and stun with the T4. Then you're going to attack the primary and adjacent targets for 400% damage, applying bleed and heal block. This character has barrier. You're going to gain an extra 50% damage for each attack. You're also going to clear all negative effects and apply stealth to the 2 most injured Spider-Verse allies. You're also going to apply deflect, immunity, and defense up to self and all allies. Very, very strong. Moving on to the ultimate, it is another long move. 5 out of 8 ability energy. And T4 is going to add 100% damage to all enemies. In the rage, you're going to apply trauma to all enemies. The rage, you're also going to apply safeguard for 2 turns to self and all Spider Society allies. And if we look at the move in totality, you're going to clear all negative effects from self and all allies. You're also going to clear all positive effects on the primary target and applying slow and stun. You're going to attack all enemies for 500% damage. If this character has barrier, you're going to gain an extra 50% damage for this attack. And for each deflect this character has, you're going to apply a bleed to a maximum of 5 to all the enemies. You're going to apply ability block to all support enemies, applying a deflect up to a maximum of 5 to self and all allies. You're also going to apply counter, 2 death proofs, 2 defense up for 2 turns to self and all allies. And in the raids, you're going to do a few extra things. You're going to apply that trauma. You're going to apply that safeguard to 2 turns for self and all Spider Society allies. And of course, this move is unavoidable and it cannot be blocked. Out of the passive, this is another long one. This entire team has a long passive, guys. The T4 for the passive on spawn in the raids is going to generate an additional 5 ability energy for self and all Spider Society allies. At the end of turn, fill speed by 5% for self and all Spider Society allies. What the move is going to do in totality on spawn, this character does not have barrier. You're going to barrier yourself and all Hero Spider-Verse allies by 15% of this character's max health. So you do want to build her up as big as possible because her max health will matter for the entire team. You're also going to generate an ability energy for self and all Spider Society allies. You're going to gain 2 deflects to a maximum of 5. In the rage, you're going to generate that ability energy with the T4s. You're also going to apply offense down to all enemies. You're also, at the end of turn, if this character does not have barrier, you're going to barrier yourself and all Hero Spider-Verse allies for 10% of this character's max health. You're also going to fill the speed bar by 5% for all Spider Society allies. On block, this character or a Hero Spider-Verse ally clear a random negative effect on that character. When this character or a Spider Society ally gains disrupted, clear a random negative effect from self and all Spider Society allies. When this character has deflect, lower the crit chance and crit damage of all enemies by 25%, gain 100% resistance for each deflect on this character, 50% armor for Heroes, Spider-Verse allies and herself. Same thing with the max health, up by 25% for Hero Spider-Verse allies and self. And in the rage, you're going to gain an additional 50% max health for self and all Spider Society allies. My goodness, a lot of extra bonuses for this character. All right, and last but not least is SpiderMan India Pavitar, and he is a Hero City Bioskill Brawler Spider-Verse and Spider Society character. His speed is a OK 128, and his unique there, as you saw, is the Titanium ally, same thing as Doc Ock, Iron Patriot, Sharon Carter, and a few other characters as well. Moving on to the kit for SpiderMan Pavitar, the T4 for the basic is going to add 30% damage to the primary and secondary attacks. This attack is going to deal 15% more damage against targets with slow, and in totality, the basic is going to attack the primary and adjacent targets 230% damage, applying 1 slow up to a maximum of 5. Then you're going to rebound chain to 2 adjacent targets for 230% damage, applying a slow up to a maximum of 5. You're also going to deal that 15% or 50% extra damage against targets with slow with the T4, applying speed up to a random ally without speed up. And you're also, if this character and all allies have speed up, you're going to fill speed bar by 5% for self and all Spider Society allies. That ISO 8 counter assist is going to do the same thing, except you're going to do 160 for 5% damage and 17% piercing. Moving on to the special, very, very strong move as well. This is a long 5-turn cooldown. The T4 is going to add 60% damage to the primary and secondary attacks. You're also going to clear 1 positive effect on the secondary targets as well. In totality, the special is going to do attacking the primary target for 360% damage with the T4, applying offense down for 2 turns, applying 2 slow to a maximum of 5. Then you're going to rebound chain to 4 adjacent targets for 360% damage, applying an additional slow up to a maximum of 5, and you're going to clear 1 positive effect. This attack is going to deal 50% damage up to a max against targets with slow, and you're also going to apply 1 speed up to a maximum of 5 to the 3 most injured Hero Spider-Verse allies or self. And of course, this attack, it cannot be counterattacked. Moving on to the ultimate, it is a 7-turn cooldown starting with 4 ability energy. The T4 is going to add 40% damage to the primary and secondary attacks. This attack deals 50% damage against targets with slow, clearing slow from self and all allies. And what this attack is going to do in totality with the T4, like I said, it is a 7-turn cooldown. You're going to attack the primary and adjacent targets for 400% damage with the T4, applying defense down for 2 turns, and applying 2 slows up to a maximum of 5. You're also going to rebound chain to 6 targets, 400% damage with the T4, applying 1 slow to a maximum of 5. This attack deals 50% damage against targets with slow, also applying 2 speed up to a maximum of 5 to self and all hero allies. So not just Spider-Verse hero allies, all hero allies. And for every enemy with slow, barrier self and all hero Spider-Verse allies for 5% of this character's max health. This attack cannot be counterattacked. And moving on to the wall of text that is his passive, the T4 in the raids is gonna, if this character has speed up, enemies cannot gain speed up. And in the raids, Spider Society allies gain an additional 40% crit chance, 20% crit damage, and 100% focus. And this is a long one, guys. On spawn, in totality, with a T4, on spawn, you're going to gain speed up. You're going to apply 2 vulnerable to all enemies. And in the raids, you're going to apply slow for 3 turns and trauma to 1 turn, the enemy with the highest speed. On the end of turn, for every enemy with slow, you're going to gain 1 speed up to a maximum of 5. And in the raids, if this character has speed up, enemies cannot gain speed up. For each speed up on this character, it's going to gain 5% drain and 20% focus. Also, Hero Spider-Verse allies are going to gain 20% crit chance, 10% crit chance, 50% focus, and in the raids, they are going to gain an additional 40% crit chance, 20% crit chance, 100% focus. Spider Society allies are going to gain even more, 40% more crit chance and 20% more crit damage and 100% more focus. My goodness, long, strong character. And moving on to reworks for a Ghost Spider. Well, she's going to gain the skill and Spider Society traits. Her health went up by 40%, base damage went up by 25%, base armor 20%, focus 20%, and resistance up by 20%. Moving on to kit changes for Ghost Spider. Not much has changed. Now in the raids, if the primary target has slow, she's gonna apply blinds and bleeds. Previously in the raids, if Miles is an ally and the primary target has slow, she would apply blinds. Now it's blinds and bleeds. The assist and counter also reflects that as well. Previously, it was just damage. And looking at her special, the only thing that changed here, applying assist now to a random Spider Society or Miles Morales ally. Previously, it was just an assist now to a random Miles ally. And on the ultimate, the last line was added. This character has 3 or more Spider Society allies. Clear taunt from all enemies. Also in the raid, she's gaining an additional 25% damage. And if this character has 3 or more Spider Society allies, gaining an additional 50% damage. Spider Society allies are also gaining that 25% bonus in the raids. On spawn, she's going to apply speed up to self and evade to all Hero Spider-Verse allies as well. And on spawn, if this character has 4 or more Hero Spider-Verse allies, generate 2 ability energy for 5 random Hero Spider-Verse allies that were not at full energy. Moving on to the changes for Spider Noir, he gained a skill and Spider Society traits, and his base stats went up. Health went up by 50%, damage up by 20%, armor up by 15%, focus up by 15%, and resistance also up by 15%. Now, a lot of his kit is not just tied to the raids in Spider Society, so if you're using him on defense in Cosmic Crucible, you will get a lot of these bonuses as well. His main thing that he got for his basic in the raids, always gaining evade and regeneration. He did not have that before. And his ISO and counter attack also gained a lot of these bonuses as well. It was just doing damage previously. With the special, you're still attacking the primary target, 300% piercing and applying bleeds, but now you're clearing taunt. You're still attacking the most injured enemy, but now you're going to ignore taunt and stealth in this special attack as well. The ultimate is pretty much the same except for the lines in the rage. You're going to clear all regeneration for the primary and adjacent targets, and you're going to gain 1,000% extra focus for this attack. His passive was also changed to extend some of his Crucible and Tangled Web bonuses to the raids and the Spider-Verse. It says on spawn, health is full, gain revive once for 50% of this character's max health, gain stealth, in the raids, gain offense up. In the raids, also fill speed by 25%. This character deals an additional 50% damage to any Hydra or Swarm enemies. When an enemy gains a positive effect, fill this character's speed bar by 10%, gain 25% damage. Spider-Verse ally gain 25% damage in the raids, an additional 50% damage for self and all Spider Society allies. So lots of damage on this team. And a lot of the bonuses comes from the lengthy passes that each one of these Spider Society members have, helping to synergize with each one of these members. Let me know your hype level for this team. I'm looking forward to this team because I did enjoy those Spider-Verse movies. Hopefully this video did provide you some value, and if it did, leave it a like. It is free for you. It helps out the channel. And if you want to check out the latest guide to the store, checking out what are the best things to purchase in each one of these stores, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.